Stephen Cooley, and welcome to Stephen Cooley Real Estate Show. We've got beautiful homes for sale in your area. We've got all the homes available on our website at stephencooley.com, so please visit us there. On today's show, we're going to give you the latest information on bank loans, so you definitely want to stay tuned for that, and we'll be right back. Hello, I'm Stephen Cooley, and welcome to Stephen Cooley Real Estate Show. On today's show, I've got Catherine Faircloth with South Carolina Bank and Trust.
Thank you, Stephen.
Welcome to the show, Catherine. Catherine's one of our experts that comes on the show and gives us the latest information in our industry. Most people who buy a home, probably about 98% of folks, get a bank loan. So I just wanted to talk about that today because if you're getting a bank loan and the bank's loaning 96.5% of what you're borrowing, the bank's really buying the house too.
That's right.
And so you want the bank on your side. So I just wanted to talk about a few things first. Everybody wants to know what rates are doing.
Absolutely. Got to have a rate update.
Got to have a rate update. So as of airing of the show, what are rates doing, and can we get a little bit of a prediction over the next few weeks?
Sure. Be glad to. Rates right now are still at their historic lows. Great time. We've all said it, but it's a buyer's market, and one of those reasons for a good time to buy is the low rates. Right now, if you are looking at a 15-year mortgage, you would be looking at about 3%. That's without a point, without an origination fee.
Okay.
If you're looking at a 30-year mortgage, you'd be looking at about 3.75%.
That's incredible.
Now, I'll quickly say, Stephen, you know your banker always says, but it depends. So you have to make sure to take into consideration things like your credit score. What is the loan-to-value of the home? How much are you putting down on your down payment? It has never been more important for every little piece to determine that rate.
Catherine, the first house I bought in the late 80s, I paid $75,000 for it. It was my first home. The payment was almost $900 a month. The rate was over 12%. I just ran that on a $75,000 house today, and I think the payment instead of $900 would be in the $300 range. So that's what a rate will do to your house payment. There's a great chart out there where, milk's gone up 300%. Gas has gone up 400 or 500% in the last 20 years. But because of this rate reduction, a house payment on the same house has dropped about 300%. So buying a home has never, in the history of home ownership, has never been more affordable compared to people's income.
That's right.
And that's what that rate's doing.
Sure, and it's a good time to just look at your whole picture. If you have a balance, you already own a home, you were looking to refinance, take this opportunity to look at the payment. Maybe if you could afford to reduce to a 15-year rate, you don't do that, but you use the money to pay something else off.
Absolutely. And South Carolina Bank and Trust is amazing with home loans and refinances, so definitely give them a call. The next the next challenge we're seeing in the real estate market is appraisals.
Absolutely.
Because appraised values based on the last three comparables to your home, and those can be foreclosures, short sales, motivated sellers, and really that's what's selling in the market today. So let's talk about appraisals a minute because that can kill a deal.
Stephen, I'm so glad you brought that up. It's certainly in our mortgage department, that's a hot button.
Right.
Appraisals are something that we talk about a lot in the banking industry. One of the things that I would just mention is it's so important, and you do a great job of it, of pricing a home correctly. But if everybody's singing on the same contract and you've got a deal, and then the appraisal comes in. Well, if that home wasn't priced correctly, or the idea or expectations were not realistic from the beginning, you've got everybody thinking that closing's going to happen. You've been through the bring in your income and all of the things that go along, inspections, sometimes the truck's loaded. You just never know, and the appraisal comes in. So that is so important to be realistic about appraisals because we do have to use comparables in the neighborhood. Most recent sales, like you said, and sometimes we run up against there just not being a lot of those.
Absolutely, and the way to fix that, and I have this on every listing that I have on the market, is you need 3 comps in the file as a seller or a listing agent that support the price you're asking for the home. And if you don't have those, you're overpriced. So
very good advice.
Definitely want those. Real quickly, if a buyer's about to buy or refinance, right before they make the phone call to you, what do they need in hand?
Oh, if we could get that information out, Stephen.
Right.
Absolutely. We want to make sure that you obviously have your income, whether it be W-2s or tax returns if you're self-employed, some way to prove what your income is. But really, in today's world, it's most important for what not to do. And what we want to make sure to avoid is paying anything off.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to have a new credit card. Don't go out shopping and get that new credit card. Don't go buy a new car. Anything that's kind of outside of the norm. We get bank statements to prove where the down payment's coming from, and if there's abnormal chunks of money that are into the account, those are going to be questions.
So from the time they get a pre-approval to you until they close their home, find a home and close, that can be 3 weeks or 3 months. Change nothing about your financial history. Buy nothing major other than groceries and minimal things. Open no new credit cards. If you're pre-approved, don't pay anything off.
That's right.
Don't do anything funny with your finances, or you might find out once you find that house and get ready to close, now you're not getting your bank loan.
Right, and credit reports are tracked throughout the process. So just because you've had your credit report pulled when you begin the process, up until the day of closing, that can be pulled again, and that's monitored.
So don't go to the furniture store and get their credit card and charge a bunch of furniture.
Fill that house up next week.
Right, or you're going to get loan denial at closing. Catherine, that is very valuable information. South Carolina Bank and Trust is one of our favorite banks, and you're my personal banker, and also work with a lot of our clients. Let's tell folks how to just reach the bank.
Sure. You can give me a call. My number is 909-6814. That's area code 803.
Great.
We're at scbtonline.com. And we are, community banking has never been better. We are sound, we're stable, we're growing, we're strong, and we'd love to help you with any of your finances.
And if you're watching this show, there's a branch near your house.
That's right.
Because y'all all over our area now. Thank you so much, Catherine Fairclough, South Carolina Bank and Trust. We've got beautiful homes for sale in your area, so please stay tuned for that. We'll be right back.